Welcome to this explainer. So let's just dive right in, because today we are tackling something that impacts literally millions of people, but somehow almost never gets the streamlined, structured attention it actually deserves. I'm talking about homeowner association management. Specifically, we're looking at a tech solution that aims to take the chaotic, and let's be honest, often headache-inducing reality of running a self-managed HOA and turn it into a totally smooth operation. We're going to break down a platform called BoardArmor, pulling directly from their latest feature breakdown. If you're looking to understand how modern technology is finally solving one of the most notoriously frustrating volunteer roles out there, well, you are in the exact right place. Let's get started. I mean, think about it for a second. Did you sign up to be a property manager, an insurance adjuster, and an accountant? If you're on an HOA board right now, or even if you just know someone who is, you know this reality all too well. When people volunteer to help their community, they usually think they're signing up to, pick out some nice new landscaping or maybe organize a neighborhood blog party. They absolutely do not sign up to become a makeshift property manager, a part-time insurance adjuster, and a frantic accountant all rolled into one. But, as our source material quickly points out, that is exactly what the role morphs into. Suddenly, you're just drowning in an overflowing inbox, frantic spreadsheets, and massive stacks of insurance paperwork. And that incredibly frustrating reality brings us to the whole origin story of the solution we're exploring today. Gary, the founder of BoardArmor, hit the nail on the head when he said, "I watched board members drowning in scattered spreadsheets, missed reserve fund deadlines, and insurance claims that dragged on for months." What makes this so compelling is that Gary actually built this software after living through a messy, self-managed HOA lawsuit himself. He saw firsthand that things were dragging on simply because nobody had the paperwork organized. It's like a giant puzzle where half the pieces are missing. He felt the pain of those missed deadlines and scattered files, so he just went ahead and built the tool he wished his own community had from the start. Out of that deep frustration came a highly specific, targeted solution, BoardArmor. This is an AI-powered software explicitly built from the ground up for self-managed HOAs. It's designed to take all of that chaos we just talked about, the property management, the insurance disputes, the accounting nightmares, and totally replace it with a clean, calm, and organized system. It is literally the direct answer to the overwhelmed volunteer. What's really interesting here is just the sheer simplicity of their core promise. One dashboard, every board function. The basics of HOA management usually involve juggling, a dozen different tools. You've got one clunky system for financials, maybe a super messy email thread for insurance, endless text messages for maintenance requests, and printed flyers for community communication. BoardArmor takes every single one of those board needs and puts them all in one place. The goal here is simple but incredibly powerful. Absolutely no more chasing down critical documents across 6 different board members' personal email inboxes. The whole shebang lives in one color-coded, easily navigable place. But look, having one centralized hub only works if people actually know how to use it, right? So a critical design philosophy of this software is seamless ease of use. You can log in directly from your phone. If a bad storm rolls through, a board member can literally walk outside, snap a photo of the storm damage, and upload it on the spot. Need to know exactly how much money you have saved for a rainy day? You can check your reserve fund balance in just 2 taps. And honestly, the best part? There is no dense 100-page training manual required. It's designed to be totally intuitive right out of the box. This really boils down to a vital distinction. The platform is built for volunteers, not IT departments. In any volunteer group, you might have one person who is incredibly tech-savvy and 5 others who struggle to format basic spreadsheets. A community management tool just cannot afford to alienate those non-technical volunteers. By keeping the interface incredibly simple and mobile-friendly, BoardArmor ensures that any board member, regardless of their technical background, can jump right in and contribute effectively without ever needing to call tech support. Now, let's really get into the mechanics of how this saves time, because this is where the platform really pays for itself. When you compare the old way to BoardArmor, the difference is basically night and day. The old way means dealing with manual spreadsheets and spending entire weekends just trying to string together a single financial report for an annual meeting. BoardArmor flips that completely on its head. It offers automatic reserve tracking and generates those exact same financial reports in seconds. You're essentially taking a process that used to eat up hours or even whole days of a volunteer's precious free time and reducing it down to a single click. But time saving isn't just about everyday administrative chores. It's also about how you handle an actual crisis. Take BoardArmor's Emergency Response Center, for example. Imagine a disaster strikes the community. Maybe a massive pipe bursts, or a severe storm causes widespread roof damage. Usually, this is when sheer panic sets in, and everyone scrambles to remember what the official protocol even is. With this feature, the center automatically activates, and the board is immediately walked through exactly what to do step by step. It replaces that blind panic with a clear, structured action plan right when you need it most. So, what is the ultimate takeaway from all these features? Reports in seconds, not weekends. That is the true core value proposition for the individual volunteer. It's really about getting your personal time back. It's about making sure that volunteering to help your neighborhood doesn't secretly mean sacrificing your Saturday and Sunday to endless administrative busywork. Now, I want to slow down for a moment to focus on a major differentiator here. And this is something you can actually test out yourself, by the way, with their 30-day free trial. It's called AI legal scanning. According to the source material, this is a totally unique feature that automatically reviews your governing documents, your insurance policies, and your vendor contracts, and actively looks for risks. Let's look a little closer at exactly what this AI is hunting for. The scanner immediately flags risky contract language, missing insurance coverage, and critical compliance gaps. Just think about what a massive advantage this is. Typically, a volunteer board member isn't a seasoned contract lawyer, right? They might sign a vendor agreement for a new roof or some landscaping without ever realizing there's a huge, glaring liability loophole hidden way down in paragraph 7. This AI scans the documents the second you upload them and highlights those hidden clauses right there in the interface, long before they become incredibly expensive problems. The resulting peace of mind is just incredible. It is AI that reads the fine print so you don't have to. Our source script actually describes this as being like having a legal reviewer on call, but completely without the massive legal bill. For a self-managed HOA trying to keep their costs down while still remaining fully compliant and protected, this kind of automated oversight is an absolute game changer. It takes all the anxiety out of managing complex association paperwork. Of course, all of these amazing features are only useful if the platform is actually affordable for communities of all sizes. Fortunately, the pricing structure here is highly scalable. The starter plan is just $69 a month, which is designed perfectly for smaller setups, like say a 5-unit condo building. Then you step up to the Pro tier at $109 a month for growing communities. And finally, there's the enterprise level at $299 a month, which can handle really large communities of up to 500 homes. This tiered structure ensures you're really only ever paying for the capacity you actually need.
I actually want to zero in on that starting number for a quick second, $69 a month. And when you really put that into perspective, $69 is drastically less than the cost of just one single emergency board meeting gone sideways because of missing paperwork. And it's certainly way less than the legal fees associated with a missed compliance gap or a completely botched insurance claim. The platform is brilliantly positioned as a low-cost preventative measure against some extremely high-cost disasters.
We also see a really strong layer of social proof in our source material. BoardArmor is explicitly trusted by public adjusters and HOA boards alike. So it's not just some fancy, unproven tech tool, it's actively relied upon by the very industry professionals, like public adjusters, who deal with the messy fallout when an HOA's paperwork isn't in order. Honestly, when the professionals who handle the claims trust your organizational tool, it speaks volumes about how well it actually works.
As we start to wrap up this explainer, I want to bring us full circle, right back to Gary's core message. You didn't volunteer for this job to spend your weekends buried in paperwork. That is the fundamental truth driving absolutely everything we've looked at today. The entire purpose of this software, from the single unified dashboard to the automatic financial reports and that incredible AI legal scanning, is to handle the administrative busywork. It is purposefully designed to take the burden off the volunteers so they can get back to doing what they actually set out to do in the first place, focusing on and improving their community.
BoardArmor provides exactly what it promises: HOA management simplified. If you're currently dealing with the headaches of a self-managed community, you've got to check out that 30-day free trial. So here's my question for you to take away today. Are you going to keep treating your volunteer role like a chaotic, unpaid second job? Or are you finally ready to let the software handle the fine print so you can get your weekends back? Think about it.